I'm going to post it on our page. That way you girls can see it or refer to it again. Okay? So I have everything left, right? So I have my disinfectant, my hand sanitizer, and my little mannequin hand. This is going to be in my case, right? So I'm standing, the prompter or myself, when we do it, I'm going to let you girls know, okay, we have a total of 10 minutes to apply one nail tip to one finger. Remember, we're only working on one finger. Okay, so we have 10 minutes to work on one finger. At 5 minutes, I'll let you know, you may begin. Once they say you may begin, this is when you're going to open your case. Right, so I have my little thing there. My case is closed, right? So my case is closed. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open my case. I'm going to bring out my bag, my kit. I'm going to make sure that my case is closed, right? Because remember, whatever we open, we close. I'm going to keep my kit in my hands, in my arms, because my station is still dirty, okay? So we're never going to place our bags, our kits onto the station until we've already cleaned and disinfected, hence the paper towels in our bags, right? So I'm going to remove one of the paper towels. Okay, I'm going to pick up my mannequin hand. I'm going to pick up my hand sanitizer. Tuck that there. Remember, yours is going to be a little bigger than mine. I'm going to get my disinfectant. And I'm just going to spray real quick, and I'm going to spray my chair. Remember, we disinfect both our station and our chair. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down. Okay, and then I'm cleaning my chair, right? Here I have my big old black bag. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and toss my trash. Now I can go ahead and place everything down. I'm going to bring my mannequin, and I'm going to open my bag. Okay, me personally, I like keeping the paper towel under my towel so that when I'm picking up everything, I'm remembering that I need to clean. Okay, but that's just me. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take out my stuff, and I have everything set I need packed inside my bag. So when we're putting everything together, I'll show you girls. It's not, you don't have to do it, but it's something that's a little bit more convenient for us, okay? I'm done. I'm going to empty, I've emptied out my bag, my black bag, so I'm just going to toss it in there, right? So that's my little black bag for now, okay? So I have everything that I need. I have my buffer, my file, my cotton, my orange wood stick, my glue. I have 2 tips with me, just in case, okay? And then my lint-free wipes, my dehydrator, and then of course my mannequin hands. Once I've done and set up my table, now I'm going to go ahead and sit down, okay? Once I sit down, my first step is to sanitize my mannequin hand and then sanitize my own hand. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mannequin. Put that right there. No, that's dehydrator. I'm going to open, right? I'm going to pour a little bit on myself. I'm going to close, because whatever we open, we close. I'm going to rub, and I'm going to sanitize my mannequin's hand. Okay. Then I'm going to go just get a very little bit. You don't even have to like squirt a lot. Whatever I open, I close. And I sanitize my own hands. So I'm done with step 1. Next, I'm going to gently push back my cuticle with a cotton tipped orange wood stick. Okay. So I have my orange wood stick. I have my cotton. I'm not going to discard my cotton yet, just in case I don't get it right. And I just need a little bit, remember? A little goes a long way. And I'm just going to turn it until I have it nice and tight, right? So I've already done it. So I'm going to go ahead, toss my cotton, and I'm going to use my middle finger. That's the one I picked. Okay, so again, I'm going to push back. So we're going to start on our little sidewalls, and we're just going to show them we understand this step. Remember, in every service, every nail service, the very first step is to push back our cuticles, right? Okay, so I'm already done. I'm going to go ahead and toss that because I'm not going to need it anymore. Okay, so we have step number 3. It's use a buffer to remove the shine from a nail plate. Okay, so I'm going to get my buffer, and I'm just going to gently, one direction, remove the shine. If you want to go from left to right or right to left, you're more than welcome to. And all I'm going to do is to make sure I remove the shine from the nail plate, okay? So I'm done with my buffer, so I'm going to toss it, okay? Next, I'm going to apply my nail dehydrator or cleanser with the lint-free wipe. So I have my dehydrator, have my lint-free wipe. I have two just in case. Just in case I drop it, I need to pick it up, throw it away, I have an extra one. Because remember, once we drop it, it's already contaminated. Okay? So I'm going to hold it in my palm, and I'm just going to spray. Whatever I open, I close, and I toss into the black bag. I'm going to hold for about 2-3 seconds and just wipe down. Okay? Make sure we don't have any leftover debris. And I'm gonna toss it. Yes, ma'am. Okay, remember yesterday we were talking about checking our tips, making sure we're sidewall to sidewall. This is what they want to see, okay? So when you pick whichever finger you want to use, make sure that you size the tip. Well, you're gonna size the tip, right, before, okay? But even though we know it's gonna fit, we're still going to show them that we're checking our sidewall to sidewall to make sure that it did fit. Okay, that's what they want to see. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring my tip, I'm going to check, make sure it fits. Yes, it fits. I have an extra one just in case either one, I drop it. So I have another tip that I can use. Or two, if my glue doesn't want to stick to it, then I have another one to use, okay? I'm not gonna get rid of my glue yet until my tip is adhered. So I'm just gonna close it. I'm gonna let it sit here, just waiting until my tip comes. Remember that we have our position stop, which is this little line right here. I'm gonna bring it at an angle so that I could rock it into place, right? So I'm gonna bring my tip and I'm going to rock it into place, push out any air bubbles that could have possibly gotten trapped. I'm going to hold down. I'm going to wait a few seconds. I'm using my ring finger to put pressure under her finger, and then my thumb obviously to press down. Okay. Once I'm done, I'm going to check, make sure it's tight. So now I don't need my glue and I don't need my extra tip anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and toss those. Okay. Next, after we apply the adhesive, we're going to slide our tip by position stop, which I already did. Now I'm going to trim my nail tip with my tip cutter. I hate these little things, but this is what we have to use. Okay. When we're going to cut our tip, obviously we're going to hold. This is forward, this is back, right? So this is going to face us. I'm going to use my thumb to put the pressure. With my pinky and my thumb, I'm going to hold the edge of the tip, okay? So once I bring my tip cutter, right, I'm going to use my thumb to hold down and catch it, okay? We don't want it to fly everywhere, so use your thumb to catch it. Just toss it. I'm done. So now I'm going to, you know what I mean. I'm not going to toss it actually, but we have our black bag. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it here. Okay. Oh, I forgot to throw my lint-free wipe away. You pretend I dropped it. Because if that happens, because I already passed that step, what's going to happen is they're going to take a point off for not keeping our area clean, not discarding trash. And then there's one more, contaminated. Yeah, I believe contaminated. So that's already 3 points that I would have lost for keeping that there this whole time because I already passed that step. Okay, so we want to make sure if we put extras, we're going to toss them. Okay. So next I'm going to file my sidewalls, my free edge, and then I'm going to blend into my natural nail plate. Okay. So I'm going to hold and use my pointer as a pressure and a guide. and my 2 fingers, my pinky and my ring, to help me keep it closer to my palm. I'm going to put my elbow close to my, whatever this is called, my side, okay, as like an anchor, so that I'm not like everywhere and I don't lose control, okay? I'm also going to hold at an angle. I'm not going to hold straight, because if I hold straight, what's going to happen is I'm going to end up cutting my client, right? I'm going to end up irritating her skin. So we hold at an angle right at our free edge, and we're going to just put some pressure, okay? And I'm going to focus right here on my free edge point first. I'm not really going to concentrate on this part yet, because I want to make sure that I blend my sidewall, okay? So I'm just going to put some pressure there until it's together. Now I'm not even going to pay attention to that section anymore, and I'm going to come out here to my edge. I'm going to come a little under to straighten it out until I think it's even. Okay? If you see, it's nice and even, right? Right? We have it nice and even. That's our goal, is to make it nice and straight. Okay? So I've already done that free edge. I'm happy with it. I'm okay. It looks good. Take your time. Check it. Don't rush through the process, okay? You want to make sure that they see that you are checking. I'm going to do the same on this section. I'm going to hold it at an angle. Instead, I'm going to use my thumb to hold the pressure, and then of course these two to keep it close to my palm. I'm going to go at an angle, and I'm only going to focus where my free edge meets my tip, just to get that part nice and straight. Then I'm going to come under and up, leaning towards my nail plate to make it nice and straight. I'm going to check my free edge. I'm going to check my sides, and it's nice and straight, right? There's no gap between our little finger here and our tip. It's meeting together, right? Then I'm going to go ahead, and I'm just going to do a quick. You can do, you can saw on your tip. You can go forward, whichever one you like. You can even turn your mannequin hand over and check to have it straight, okay? This is how I like to do it, okay? Once I'm done, now I like my shape. It looks good. No, I'm going to do just a little bit over here, okay? So I like my shape. I'm checking it. I'm straight. I don't have like any curves. I don't have any gaps. Now I'm going to start on my blend area. When I'm blending my tip into my natural nail plate, I'm going to go in one direction, from left to right, and then from right to left. We're not going to saw because we're filing our natural nail plate, okay? I'm going to start at my edges first, and then I'm going to start in my middle. You girls can start however you like, but remember, we do one direction only, okay? I like to do it this way. It's just something I've always done, so it's never failed me, so I'm just not going to change it. But you'll find what works for you. Okay, and then I'm doing little tiny strokes, just focusing on that one section to make sure that my blend is nice and soft. I'm not even putting too much pressure. And now I'm going to remove the shine from the rest of my tip. Okay. Once we're done, that's it. We're done. I'm going to toss that. And that is how we do our tip application. Okay? Yes, we don't have our little line. We don't have our little blend. And that's literally what we're going to do right now. It's just that. We're going to do it to, I believe it's a total of 10 nails, but I'll double check. So, once we're done with that, once you've applied your tips, okay, she's already done. I'm going to go ahead and put her to the side. Now I'm going to clean my station, remember, because I'm already done with this service. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my station. I'm going to go ahead, toss my stuff into my black bag. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna get my mannequin hand. I'm gonna get my hand sanitizer. I get my disinfectant. I'm gonna spray. I'm gonna spray my chair. I'm gonna hold everything. Remember, we're gonna hold everything because we need to clean our station. So I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna bring, put it in my black bag. Now I can go ahead and put everything down. I'm gonna sit. I get my hand sanitizer. Whatever I open, I close. I'm gonna sanitize my hands because I'm done with my service. Remember, so we're cleaning and disinfecting. And then I'm gonna raise my hand for the proctor. Okay. Everything I just did is exactly what we're gonna do for our PSI. Okay. Follow your steps. They're your BFF. Okay. So once we're done with applying our tips, which I think you only need to do it on 5 if I'm not mistaken.